table football can be traced back to the early 1880s in Europe.
Now, more than 120 years later, the game we now know as foosball is still popular around the world. One local foosball fanatic is the focus of tonight's edition of Lance's Journal.
I've always thought of foosball as the game you play right after ping pong in Grandma's basement at Thanksgiving. But for Mark Davis, it is so much more. The 51-year-old from Lincoln has a competitive drive that has enabled him to become the #2 seniors player in the world. And it recently took him to Italy, where he competed for Team USA at the World Championships. And when you're talking big-time foosball, softies need not apply.
Here we go. Might have noticed, Lance, that there is some smack talking in this game. Oh, yeah. Can we get some D here? You want to find a hot button, and if it works, you want to push it a lot. And keep this thing moving, Marshall. We're trying to track players, not put them to sleep.
In the wild world of professional foosball, Mark Davis feels that 50% of the game is ability. The other 50 is mental.
The reason for that is you're always looking to force your opponent into doing something that he's the weakest part of his game, and he's trying to do the same thing to you.
On this particular night, Davis wasn't trying to make his longtime playing partner Marshall Coates cry, but when push comes to shove.
We had the gal from Iowa reduce a girl from Poland to tears in the middle of a match, just started crying. And we were just like, oh yeah, just pour it on, you know.
And that's why competitive foosball is not for the faint of heart.
In singles, there's nothing like it because it's you versus your opponent. And, I mean, you can literally smell their breath sometimes. I mean, you are just right there with your opponent in your face. See how you make your opponent whine?
Recently, Davis took that competitive nature to Italy and represented his country.
And I can't tell you what it felt like to hear your national anthem. If you've never experienced that, and standing in a podium scenario or gold, silver, bronze, and they play your national anthem, if you don't get goosebumps out of that, then you're not American.
How do you get 2 of those? That's all you got.
The foosball community in Lincoln is alive and well. 70 of the top foosers in the Midwest will be in Lincoln this weekend for the VVS Penalty Box Fall Foos Classic. For more information on that tournament and the local Lincoln Leagues, go to our web channel and click on Lance's Journal.
He is serious.
Yeah, I don't want to take him on, ever.
I know. Well, still to come on 10/11 News at 6.